Hi guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and don't forget to hit the like button if you'd like to see more recipes in the future. Today we're going to make a Whole30 Southwestern style chicken in a crock pot. It is a super simple, easy recipe. I'll have a copy of the directions for the recipe down below in my description, so make sure you head down there and check out the actual recipe. See here that I am using a Crockpot bag. I like to use that because it makes cleanup so much easier. I don't always use one, but for something that's going to be pretty messy like this, I like to use it. Now that we've turned the Crockpot on high and put in the chicken, I'm just mixing up the seasoning, and I'm going to coat the seasoning on top of each of the chicken thighs and then make sure that it gets really rubbed in so that the flavor really gets in there. So next I'm going to take my green onions, you could use chives if you like as well, and I'm just going to cut them into the crock pot so that I can add a little bit of extra flavor to our chicken. Now I'm cutting a red pepper. You can use any kind of bell pepper you'd like, but I prefer red. And I'm just removing all of the seeds and the membrane from inside. I already did wash this pepper, so it's ready to go. I'm just going to cut it up into slices and then cut those slices in half and sprinkle them on top of the chicken. Now we're going to add our lime juice. You can use fresh limes if you like, but for the ease of the recipe, I used a 100% lime juice that I just had on hand. Now I'm adding a cup of water just to keep everything moist. You can also add chicken broth or vegetable broth if you prefer. Just going to be putting on the lid and letting this sit for 4 to 5 hours on high. Okay, so it's been about 4 hours, so I'm going to mix up my arrowroot with some water. This is just a thickening agent, so it's going to help kind of thicken the au jus that's around the chicken and help make it a little bit creamier for a sauce. So I'm adding that in now. I'm actually going to keep on cooking everything that's in here on low for another hour after I'm done mixing in these ingredients. After I'm done adding in the arrowroot mixture, I'm going to add in some coconut cream. Coconut cream you can buy in a can, or you can use canned coconut milk. Just don't mix up the solid with the liquid part and just use the solid part if that makes sense. Okay, like I said, I'm going to cook this for another hour, and when I come back to it, everything should be a little bit creamier, and I'll tell you, opening that, it smelled amazing. Okay, now I'm going to prep my veggies that I'm using for the base. I'm using zucchini spirals and riced cauliflower. Both are frozen. You can use your own if you'd like to use a spiralizer to make your zucchini and a ricer to make your cauliflower, you're more than welcome to. But for the ease of the recipe, I'm just using frozen. And if you're not on Whole30, you're more than welcome to use pasta or rice or any other kind of base that you'd like. Okay, so now I'm just going to serve up the chicken thighs on top and then garnish with some of the cooked peppers that are in there. And once I have that all plated, I am going to scoop out some of the sauce and just kind of drizzle it over top so that we can make sure we get some of that flavor into our base vegetables as well. I do want to point out that for this recipe I used bone-in chicken thighs, but if you prefer to use boneless, you are more than welcome to use them. But if you do, I would recommend cooking on low rather than high, because with the bone out, you don't want it to get too dried out. And here it is, our Whole30 approved Southwest chicken. Thank you so much for joining today, and I really hope that you will subscribe to my channel so that I can keep on bringing more content to you.